and Madam or Mr. President. I didn't do a great job when it comes to that one. By the show of hands, how many of us are in the business of selling?
Everybody.
Well, I have a confession to make. Even those who didn't raise their hands, you are in the business of selling. Each and every one of us who's living in this world, we are selling an idea, we are selling a belief, and there is something that we are selling. If in the past 2 or 3 months, you have tried convincing someone to do something that they were not willing to do, and you did it right, let's consider it a sale that you have made. Or you convinced your child to wear a particular t-shirt over a particular t-shirt, that's another sale. And if you are not successful, that simply means your pitch was not good. Without any waste of time, I have found myself in the space of selling. Right after high school, I started my own business and I was selling, buying products and selling them, buying products and selling them. And I look back, almost 20 years later, I haven't drawn up a CV. That simply means I've never been employed. I've always been selling, selling, selling. Right there, I started noticing something, that each and every one of us is selling, but very few people are interested in learning how to sell. And we sell, if there's something that we are defending, let's say you believe in something, you defend it with every fiber in your body. But when you are told that you need to sell something, now you're like, no, I'm not good at selling. That's how we are. But the honest truth is, we are all selling and we need to do it right. Later in life, I started developing a desire to help others, to become salespeople, to start selling. And I noticed that selling has this bad stigma, which is the S, selfish. A lot of people, they say people who are selling are very sneaky. They are very in a position where, in fact, they're in a position where they can go into people, manipulate them, and take advantage of others. That's what we've been seeing. But today, as I'm standing in front of you, I'm trying so hard to remember the word of the day, but now the word of the day is just slipping on my mind. So I come in as this person who's experienced and who has been in sales for quite some time. And to make sure that after I speak, you understand why I say we are all selling, I'd like to break down my framework into what we call SOLD. So SOLD will be an acronym that we are using to drive the lesson. Are we all good? Yes. Are we all good?
Yes.
Thank you. Now, when I say SOLD, firstly, when you are good at selling, it simply means you start by understanding the problem that people have. You serve first. Before you can try to solve a problem that you don't even know, you call upon yourself that character of serving others. When you allow yourself to serve and not just sell to people, because people don't want to be sold things, but they want to know how much you care. When you show people that you care and you're coming in to solve the problems that they have, that's where they start listening. Other than that, people are seeing you as someone who just wants to make profit and leave. So in selling, we have two types of salespeople. We have the hunter and we have the farmer. The hunter is those ones who are saying, I eat, I kill, I eat, and I leave. But the farmer is one who says, I create relationships. I need to make sure that these people will give me repeat business. So I want you to ask yourself, when you talk to people, as you sell your ideas, what are you doing? Are you caring about winning, or are you caring about connecting? Because the most important thing is to connect with the people that we are communicating with. And in most cases, when we talk to someone and we are able to convince them, and they understand where we come from, they understand why we were trying so hard to convince them, that person become convicted. And when they're convicted, then there's a connection. It's easy to influence them next time. So it's important that the first letter on our framework, which is SOLD, is S. Firstly, you need to serve others. But now you cannot serve if you fail to understand the second letter. The second letter is observation. One of the challenges that a lot of people are having, people don't like observing, because observing goes hand in hand with listening. Very few people listen to understand. A lot of people, they listen to you when you tell your problem, but they want to answer, they want to respond immediately. then how do we position ourselves as that one person who listens to someone and not say anything? And when the person leaves, they feel like that was the best conversation they've ever had. So we need to observe. Before we can start saying, yeah, here's a solution to your problem, we need to be in a position where we observe and we understand the problem, so that when we come with diagnosis, we're talking about something that is really there, not something that we've painted in our minds. So, if I may ask to make sure that you're still here, what is the third letter?
L.
L. Do it with love. Do it with love. If you do not show love, then there won't be any connection. That's why it's important not to chase sales, but to chase the connection that you're having with those people. Understand their pain point. You know, in most cases, we understand the pain point, we start creating a pitch. Now you want to pitch, you want to tell people, this is the solution that I have. But there's no love that is shown to them. So make sure that you connect with your people to a point where they feel that if I'm not serviced by Sia, I think something is incomplete. Love your people. Love what you do. Every morning I challenge myself and I do videos. And as I do those videos, the aim is to improve my impromptu speaking. Because as I'll be jogging, I'll think of something and I start creating. And I shared a video, and that video, for some reason, it blew up on social media. And in that video, I said, nobody cares about you. I don't care about you. They don't care about you. We don't care about you. Up until we know that you care about yourself. But now, when it comes to sales, it's the other way around. People don't care about you. They don't care about what you know. What they care about how much you care about them. It's all about them. It's all about them. It's important that when you connect with people, that is to show love. It might be tough love, but be in a position where you are showing that love as a result of you saying, I care about you, and I want to see you becoming a better person. There are some people who disagree with you. Your spouse, for example, they can disagree with you for the sake of disagreeing with you, and because of how you approached it. I'm from work. At work, we're having targets that we need to accomplish. We have these targets that we need to hit. I'm frustrated. I get home and I'm treating my wife like those targets. What's going to happen? There'll be resistance. And unfortunately, say 67% of conflicts in relationships end up not being resolved. So what are we creating for the future? What are we creating for the future? And finally, the last word on our soul framework, it's D. Delivery. Let's be mindful of how we deliver our messages, how we deliver what is intended to help others become better. Because if you're not delivering in the right way, they might be seeing you as a person who's destroying. So you don't want to appear as a person who's destroying. So in this framework, the idea is we are all selling. And I challenge you to be conscious. This is not something that you can run away from. As long as you still have to convince your child that they must wear this t-shirt over the other, you have to do it with love, you have to do it with consciousness, and you have to do it with a good approach, an approach that will help you not to have difficulties. I'm currently working on a book titled We Are All Selling, and it is influenced by a lady who gave me a call. You know, in this life, as we move, sharing with other people ideas, we are planting seeds. As I said, the book was motivated by this lady. She gave me a call and said, Sia, you can't believe I've become a top manager in my company. She works for one of the big insurance companies. And the first time I met her, she looked so shy. She looked so out of place, but she was desperate looking for a job. And I said, but there is a job, but the job that is available is for you to sell. She said, but I can't sell. But now she's a high roller. Why? Because she changed the mindset. Because if you think you can't, you are right. And if you think you can, you're also right. Just must stop there.